people to help soak it, unless you see like an ice block in the middle, and then you don't need to help soak at all. And then the next pupper to come out is Barghast. And he, for this one, this is where we kind of got stuck. And what he does is he summons these ghosty versions of himself. And the more we CC them, the more damage they take. And then he also does this like rip soul thing where he will rip the soul out of his tank, and that is a new friendly ad, and you need to heal it up all the way to 100% before it gets to Altimore, the boss. So at this point, the tanks are going to split up. The tank who's got Barghast is going to go to Moon, and the tank that's got Altimore, the boss, is going to go to the other side of the room on our right. I should put a marker there so you can refer to it. And the boss is going to go over to square. And we'll be trying to help you out with healing up that ad, and I'll try and kite Altimore as much as I can so yeah, it doesn't get there. And that's kind of as far as we've gotten. We've done really well. The last dog, what he does is he will add some stacks, which reduces the movement speed of the tank. And then as we start kiting that bear dog thing, the stacks will fall off, but he does raid wide damage. So it's kind of like a stop and then kite and then stop and then kite. And then he also does a void zone kind of circle around you ability where you have to run to the wall, drop your crap, and then come back. And that's the Cole's notes of this whole fight. So, I know that was really quick. Hopefully it'll make more sense as we go ahead. But does anybody have any questions from anybody in the raid about this fight before we go?
Was doing the CC in the corner with the fears called when it gets close to 8 stacks, or at 8 stacks.
Will do.
Where do they come out? They just come out from behind those 2 gates there, the ghosts, and they get CC'd right there?
So where the moon is usually where it will spawn, for at least the ghost, but we should be tanking one over there and the other one away, so it's not near the boss.
Okay, great.
Alright, here's our 10-second countdown.
I can't use that item yet.
Margot, make them bleed.
Alright, so there's the lunge. I'm coming in so that we can. Yeah,
This
should be on
bow
Morgul right now.
has your
We gotta
name
see where it
on
goes.
it.
And there's Sin Seekers, so just make sure that you unless you're the one being targeted.
Margot, make them bleed.
And that is the entire part of the Morgul.
Margot, make them bleed. Your deaths will not be as quick.
Alright, there's Barghast, and he drops out over by me. And there's Rip's Soul. See that shadowy version of his soul? That's what. Awesome job.
That was so beautiful.
Here comes Sin Seeker. Make sure you're watching out for the arrow. It's gonna come in.
This boat has your name.
Alright, make sure you're not standing in an arrow. You got two overlapping in the side.
8 stack.
Alright, swap to the ghost dog. I think it's triangle.
Burn him down now.
We also got Yep. Maybe still going through the middle. He's good.
Barghast! Rend their souls! This boat has your
Seekers out
name.
behind you guys.
Yeah, we
Make
got
sure
some
you
overlapping.
are not
It's too
standing
far
in the
away.
way.
Jade at 9 stacks.
My mana is low.
Barghast! Rend their souls!
I need more mana.
Here comes Sin Seekers, so watch behind you
This
for the other.
boat has your name on it.
Good job.
Not enough mana. My mana is low.
Kill my favorite!
The shade is at 7.
I need more mana.
CPS shade down now. Have to anyways.
Alright, everybody should be on that puppy. This is the one where Zeb's gonna wait for him to get the 5 stacks and then start fighting.
Acutus! Shutterbolt!
And as you can see, it does quite a bit of air damage.
Wow.
This boat has your name.
So what happened there that caused all the damage?
Okay, so Hercutus the dog, when he does his commands, when
Another
Ultima's like, Hercutus,
successful
do your
hunt.
thing. What he does is he does 5 stacks of Crushing Stone, which will increase his damage done and reduce movement on himself, I believe. And then as Zeb starts kiting him, he will do raid damage and it will remove those
Oh,
stacks.
okay.
So
Yeah, I got you.
that's
Was
what
you
you were
stationary,
doing
was you?
Yeah.
That's why,
That
yeah.
was a lot of fun.
What does?
Yeah.
What do I need to do with Howl?
The Petrifying Howl is just drop it off near the wall. So you'll put down a
This
void
leaves like a
zone.
deep off the ground.
The tricky part about this particular drop it off at the wall kind of mechanic is that your movement speed will slow the further through the debuff you get. So the closer you get to the 0 on that debuff, the slower you're going to walk, so you probably want to start moving as soon as you get
Can you freedom it?
I have no idea.
Second phase went really
I'll
well.
try and
though.
find out.
Yeah, you let me know. I'm a druid, so I don't know. Okay, that was progress. We were at 45%. That was awesome. Let's see if we can get even further this time.
There's something I need for me to get rid of the stacks like immediately, right? So I can kind of like slow it down if there's a lot of raid damage.
I think so. Let me just take a look at exactly what that means.
Yeah, because the problem there is that we didn't have a whole lot of health to work with at the end.
Yeah. So his melee attacks increase his physical damage down by 25%. So 25% times 5 stacks is quite a bit. But you're probably better equipped to take the extra damage then than, say, a Warlock who's at 25% health already. So I think that's something that you can kind of play by ear depending on what the rest of the raid's health looks like versus your own, and what your cooldowns are as well.
Just a quick question. This is my first time here, and I was a little challenged at understanding when the dogs were CC'd, seeing, like, being able to look across the room and tell. Is there something I'm missing that's a visual?
I don't think so. It's our first time here too. Well, many of us, it's our first time here, so you're not alone.
But I had the sound of the game too loud once we started, and I couldn't hear you.
Okay. That can be an issue, yes. You can turn me up specifically in Discord as well, yeah.
Sorry.
As far as knowing what that visual is, I don't think so. I mean, you're a Warlock, so you know kind of what things look like when they're feared. Unfortunately, these bear things probably have the same fear emote that I do, which is kind of just like standing the same way, but tilting your head a little bit different. So, I think Brim has mostly been taking care of the fear on that, and he's just letting us know when it's ready to get unleashed upon.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Any other questions before we pull again? I haven't done progression in forever. This feels so awesome.
It's been a couple months.
Yeah, I'm really liking this raid so far.
I mean, it's been a couple months since we raided, but it's been like a long time since we've had progression.
I don't know. We switched on heroic. It was off for a while.
We did get that down as a group though, right? I can't remember.
We got
No,
normal
we never
N'Zoth.
did.
We didn't get heroic. Everything except for N'Zoth.
Yeah, we got close.
Yeah, we've got some ways to sort of improve the Learn to Raid community and how we get through like progression fights like heroic, but we will give you guys some info in the community after the raid tonight.
Yeah,
Here's
the
our
rock is rough as hell on this one right now.
I can't compete with your numbers there.
Just a baller, man.
I think it's also the fact that I'm a monk.
Margor, make them bleed. This boat has
Alright,
your
there
name.
comes the arrow.
Margor, make them bleed. Nothing escapes my sight. Margor, make them bleed.
Alright. Make sure you step
Your
up to that
death
guy.
will not be as quick. Varghast, come.
Alright, over we have the real puppy.
Barghast!
Full crossing.
Rend their throats!
Oh,
Alright, we got the
crap,
arrows.
I accidentally dodged the wrong one.
This boat
Alright, here's
has your
arrows.
name.
Hopefully you guys watch out.
Go, 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 go.
Eight stacks on the Shady Dog.
Alright, kill the
Switch.
ghost dog.
Escapes my sight. Nothing escapes my sight. Barghast! Rend their souls!
Alright, arrows are gonna be coming on the floor in about 5 seconds. Here they come.
This boat has your name.
Oh no.
Eight stacks on the Shady Dells.
Alright, kill the ghost.
Very transitions.
I can't use that item.
Barghast! Rend their souls!
So we're gonna have to
Alright, we're
see
gonna have some secret arrows on the
Wait,
floor.
sucks.
Favorite! Executors here! Now! I have
Kind
enough
of walking too
boats
much.
for everyone. Acutus, Shutterbones!
Switch to add now. Yeah, get rid of it.
This boat has your name.
Got the arrows on the
My
ground.
mana is low.
Acutus, Shutterbones!
I need a target.
My hound!
Kelly just one-shot myself.
Not enough mana.
I have enough boats.
It's not
And my pets will enjoy Acutus, Shutterbones!
Don't forget you've got Warlock with you.
This boat has your name.
Go for the arrows.
Acutus, Shutterbones! My pets will enjoy gnawing your bones. Nothing escapes my sight. Acutus, Shutterbones!
not enough. My mana is low.
I have enough boats for everyone. This boat has your name.
Yep.
Acutus, Shutterbones!
It's still recharging.
My hound, heed well.
My mana is low.
I have enough boats for everyone. Percutus, Shutterbone. Rush us! No! This boat has your name.
Alright, look out for the arrows. I got no more puppies left.
Almost got him. This is the easy Mary part.
Nothing escapes my sight. This boat has your name.
Pull them out.
We still have a bus.
That we did at the beginning.
No.
No, we have 3 minutes left.
Everyone.
Yep.
On fumes.
Has your name.
I've been on themes for a while.
Well done, guys. That was smooth.
Awesome job, guys.
Are you fucking kidding? Oh,
That was
great.
very fucking smooth.
Oh, dude, I was at 0 mana for like the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I healed you quite a few times.
Sweat kills still count.
I had to
That was kind of
minimize my
awesome.
healing to spread it out, but yeah.
I healed way for you quite a few times.
Yeah, thanks.
Everybody quite a few times.
The passage is down here, mortal.
I think I regenerate mana a lot faster than you do.
Way ahead.
Yeah, I only have natural regeneration means,
But
so I
we
don't have
must
abilities
reach
to
those
regenerate.
anima stores.
I'm just a shadow priest. I don't heal anyone else besides myself.
Oh, yeah,
So true.
fair enough. Oh,
But it's a very healing intensive fight, especially on
It
that
is.
last phase. So healing anyone is pretty beneficial at that point.
yeah. No, I
course.
mainly the second phase is what was the roughest. I honestly just
burned
at the
3
point where
mana.
I was just on Leia and the Ripsol is really what I just ended up focusing on.
The swaps were extremely good in phase 2. And also managing how many times you had to move Tremor was really good.
I didn't really focus too much. I just didn't move until I had to.
That's fair enough.
Oh!
Whoa!
Whoa! You guys are getting insane fucking damage. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Holy crap.
Boy rats.
This is all new territory for me. I haven't beaten that boss yet, so.
Alright, so we have plate wrists up for roll. They have a socket.
Odds.
Yeah, I got freaking wrists out of my chest today too.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like thinking the odds that this early on we have stuff up for roll.
Alright,
Okay, no, just go. For that.
unless anybody else wants to try, I believe the wrists are going to Dragor.
Just open trade with Quinn.
I forget, is there a way to make a macro to target a specific named enemy?
Slash target.
Slash target, alright. Because I need to make
Slash
something
tar.
for that previous fight that we just went through, because I could not ever target the Rip Soul. There's just too many people.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea for me too.
Just use mouse over factor.
No, like, there's just too many people around that area, and I could never click the right spot to get him.
It should show up like on the side.
Yeah.
Of DVM, like their nameplate will be on the side. And that'll
See, I don't know when to expect the damage, so when it comes, someone might die. Sorry.
We've got 30 stacks of the disease, so if anybody can cleanse disease, that'd be...
Hey, I could cleanse one at a time every 8 seconds.
Yeah, mine's every 6. So.
We'll get through the whole group eventually.
Here, the largest of its kind I have seen.
The beast seeks to sate its endless hunger upon the stores of
It was part of the blood plague.
Dispatch this creature before it grows even stronger.
Alright, so we really only have like, I don't know, 20 minutes left in our evening.
That sounds like a fun
We're gonna
run
see...
of this boss. And see what happens.
Probably take 20 minutes to get through all
Yeah.
this.
We'll just see
Let's
if
be
we can get through the
realistic.
trash. Maybe there'll be some aliens in here.
This is steep up, dude.
Hell if I know, man. Holy crap.
Looks like
Healing
it's a lot.
received reduced by 100%.
Oh.
You can't
I
heal.
can't heal him? Oh, well that explains why all that healing
Oh, is
did
that
nothing.
Is that where like we have to stack and share it? I think that's what that is. Come here. Come here.
Hey.
Oh, it's got the leech thing from the boss on it. So, yeah, you'll want to stand next to a buddy and like leech health off of it.
Yeah.
Here, so so it takes our health because we're around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So this
Yeah, that's
is,
a mechanic the boss has too.
Yeah, Blizzard loves to do this, where they
Yeah, they teach you the mechanic as you get there.
preview mechanics, yeah, before you get.
Congrats on the BOE.
Are you gonna
What's
sell
that?
that bad boy or wear it?
I'm seeing that as like basically a token.
Who got it?
Futon.
Oh. I didn't even realize I got it. I'm too busy doing
Oh wait,
stuff.
you guys are finishing up?
We've got about 20 minutes left or so, and we've been in here for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, you came in on the second boss. We finished the first boss as well.
I'm a little early.
Darn, there's no actual lockout besides bosses.
Oh, that finger I got. Oh, wonderful.
I love getting fingered. I mean fingers.
Nice direction. Nice catch.
I mean, despite what I expected tonight to be like, we're actually doing really well, so I think we might pick this up on Saturday.
I would be so up for that.
Yep. Thoroughly impressed.
I expected, since I knew we were coming in here a little under-geared, I expected us to have a learning experience, maybe some fun, and maybe get some BOEs, but...
And some sex chicks.
Well...
I mean, that's just a given.
I vaguely remember this boss from the beta.
I never played the beta.
It's interesting.
Can we, like, loot some of this anima?
If
I
I like.
wish.
Like, I think this would upgrade a lot.
I think this would upgrade everything
Right.
in my covenant.
They're fine on anima in our covenant. It's a fucking soul.
Yeah, but then we can start buying cosmetic shit.
Yeah. You need
Yeah.
anima for that, or the.
So, Hungering Soul, or Hungering Destroyer, whatever this jackass's name is. So the positioning for this one is kind of specific, apparently. So the tanks will be in their usual spot, right where he's looking. You'll see a bunch of other markers down, which I can explain in a second. So basically, the melee attacks that this guy does is going to leech health from the tank, and he'll do more damage with each melee attack until he gets a new target. So, I didn't write down how many stacks we should swap at, which seems like important information. So, I guess let's try swapping at like 4 and see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, DBM will definitely yell at us, so we'll play it by ear, Zeb. And then the other ability that he's got as far as tanking goes is called Overwhelm. And it does quite a bit of damage to the tank. Oh, and this is where we swap. We swap every time he does Overwhelm. If I just wrote my notes a little bit further down, I would have known that. And that's tanking. We just swap every time he does Overwhelm. And then Gluttonous Miasma, we've got that debuff that we saw in the hallway. That's what that one's called. So you get that circle around you. You need to stand next to a buddy and like suck their soul so that you can heal, because our healers won't be able to heal you.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Just make sure that your buddy doesn't get too low on health. And if you are the person who is pseudo healing this person with the debuff, if your health gets too low, you are welcome to step out as well, and hopefully that person will go find a new buddy.
Yeah, just cut off their life support.
Yeah.
If you want someone, if you want a good buddy, go to a healer.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I don't know if a healer's the best idea because they always heal themselves last.
Not if I have someone leeching my own health.
I guess. Okay. The other ability, the one that I've got these markers down for, I think that's why I've got the markers down. It's called Volatile Injection. And this is going to be a blue arrow above your head, and it will do damage in a line. So if you get hit by more than one of these, you're going to die. That's why I've got the 4 markers. So make sure that you spread out those blue arrows. It's kind of just like we saw in Huntsman, except it's like a blue one, and you can only get hit by one. So spread them out. And then the healing part of this is called Expunge. There's an AoE that goes around everybody, and how much health you're missing is how big your circle is. So if you're missing a lot of health, your circle's going to be real big, and if you're only missing a little bit of health, it's going to be really little. So just make sure that as many people as possible are topped off before Expunge comes, so that we can use the room appropriately. At 100 energy, he does a move called Consume. This is a gravity well kind of situation, and he's going to leech health from everybody. And the further you are from him, the less he's going to leech from you. So at this point, is basically the tank's only job during this fight is to move him to one side so that everybody can safely go to the other side. We are going to move him to the left side so that everybody else can cower over on the right side and be safe and only take a little bit of leech. So it looks like tanking is super easy on this fight, which is awesome because it was hard last fight. But yeah, and that's all the mechanics. So we don't have a whole lot of time, but does anybody have any questions? I know we haven't actually seen the abilities, and we'll definitely take it slow as we go through this, but
Look at how much anima is in those giant things outside that window.
good contribution, Isle. It's great to know that.
I was gonna
It was a
complain about the
question.
fact that the tanks get it easier, but the healers don't.
Yeah, a lot of fights in this are really healing intensive.
So, do you want him first, Lito?
Alright, here comes our countdown.
One.
Alright. So, make sure you're reaching out for somebody. There is those blue markers.
Three, two, one.
I boost sack. Dark blue suck, get out.
It's too far away.
Get back on
Who
the
needs
targets.
a buddy? Oh no. Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
We doubled up
Oh.
quick. That's when the healers both decide to go to the same one.
So I just want to live until consumed. So we can see what that looks like at 100 energy. So just hold on, right? Because once we get to that point, we will see it. Make sure you spread out those ejections. Alright, there's some good.
2.
So the channel continues, and he leeches continuously. So
I'm glad I didn't have to live through that.
alright, we're gonna wait for up.
Alright, let's wipe it up quick and we can do one more then. I wish you could jump out the window. I don't know why you can't.
Give me the animal.
Literally unplayable.
I don't know.
Right?
I think they just do it just... Actually, I was gonna make a don't do suicide thing, but... Oh, we start all the way back here. Oh, no, we get shotgun.
Liv,
Hey.
How?
I don't know. She just like walked away.
Big brain strats.
He probably thought you were a hunter pet.
It's in my pod tender proc, so maybe I was in a pod and he was just like, whatever.
That might be the first time I've ever seen you not in bear form.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my shitty gear right now. I haven't translogged yet.
There's very little when she transmogs.
How dare you subjugate us to that?
Not very little. You can just do my button.
It's more than you would expect a warrior to be wearing. Like, it's the amount of armor that a fantasy warrior woman would be wearing.
So it's very expected, just for a female.
Yep.
Okay, so a few notes that we learned from that particular fight. Moving the boss to the left side is possible, but it might even just be easier to leave him where he is, and then everybody can run to the back of the room here. It's a big room, it shouldn't have too much of an issue, based on where I saw the graphic last time. The second thing that we learned is that the the volatile ejection, the blue arrow, quote-unquote blue arrow, is not easy to see. So, it might be difficult, as we saw, to only use one marker each. We only have 3 people at this group size that get it at a time, and we do have 4 markers. So the chances of you running into each other is math that I can't do right now.
We have somebody that can. Zeb, get on it.
Sorry, what was that?
Nothing. I was just like insisting that you do math for us, but it's not relevant.
Well, I mean, if somebody had to plan an election, then it would be Lita. If somebody needs to do math, it's Zeb.
Math at 11 p.m. is hard.
Are you the Leslie Knope of Canada?
I'll let Io take
You guys don't even understand that.
Yeah, we get it from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
She just organized Saskatchewan's last provincial election.
Nice.
Like a month ago.
Anywho, those were a couple of things that we learned from that fight in particular. So be very careful about volatile ejection and where you're placing that blue strip, because it is instant death if more than one of those strips hit you. So other than that, it seemed to go fairly well. Is there any questions before we do probably our last pull of the evening?
I was making note that getting around healers for when you have the purple circle around you is not a totally bad idea, because usually at least at certain points the healing isn't too bad. It's just at certain points it gets really bad. So be wary of that.
All right. Alright, here's our confirmed dragon.
Three, two, one.
It's still recharging.
Alright, first ejection.
It's not ready.
So get near that you.
3, 2,
I don't know, man.
One.
It's partially on the healer. It's partially on the person that has it. Spread out for this.
Three, two, one.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I know, because we died again. The same thing. Just wasn't unnecessary.
You both died again.
We'll go again.
Hey guys, wipe it up. Like, wipe it up quick. Make another attempt.
I have soulstone.
Oh yeah, everyone's stuck for this.
Everybody stand on top of each other.
Yeah, stay on top of each other. They all die real fast. Ah.
Yeah. How did you?
Where'd you lose?
Release. I have soulstone. Don't release. Person.
Okay, so all three of us that got the beam were in the exact same place, and we were stacked in circles. So, what do we?
Does GPM put markers above your head?
Yes, we have
Yeah,
blue
we were
markers,
linked in a circle together.
but we were all three soaking in the same circle at that moment.
Oh no.
There's just
that's
too much
rough.
blue in this fight.
Too much blue.
Like everything is blue, so it's so hard to see the
I guess they
colorblind,
heard how much we
so-
hated like the red out of Nyalotha and the green and like fucking Legion, and they're like, let's try blue.
I'm partially colorblind, but it doesn't
This
help
fight-
me a whole lot.
Yeah, so am I. I really
Yeah,
like this fight.
it's so fun.
Alright, so I think that was just bad RNG. But maybe we should make Ken and Kusan stand on opposite sides of the room.
I want to make. Well, the problem was he had the purple circle around him, and he only had one buddy. So I decided to give him another buddy, and then, yeah,
And then you got nuked.
and then I got nuked.
Bad for being.
Alright, last attempt. Let's make it a good one.
Roll the story.
I
Don't
didn't
help
say
me.
that last time, so we made it a bad one.
It's getting late. It's fine. I'll use that as an excuse.
There is diminishing returns once we hit a certain point, which is why we only go for a couple hours. Because I'm old now.
Same.
Me too.
I'm not there yet.
Either. I'll be 29 forever.
2, 1.
That's because of that pact with the meat.
If I made a pack like that, I'd be more successful.
I needed a burrito.
Use that item. I need to get
Yeah, we're back.
Three, two, one.
Alright, I'm gonna reset him back to where he should be.
Three, two, one. Three, two, one.
Oh, get away from me.
Ouch. Why am I so bad?
Yeesh.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, let's just burn it as much as we can so we can say we got it down that far.
2, 1.
Beautiful.
There's something absolutely destroying me when he does expunge.
2, 1.
God.
Are you standing in somebody else's circle?
No, it seems to be pretty clear with them.
Maybe you're outranging your healer?
Well, pretty much all the heroes are gone now, so.
1.
I lasted as long as I could.
Alright, we got him to 46%.
Yeah, just under half.
Good job.
It's not too bad.
Not terrible.
We'll pick this up on Saturday and try to get more healers.
Yeah.
You guys
I
did,
have a suggestion.
you guys did great though. What's the suggestion?
1.
When I did this with a pug last week, the way that they did the whatever the blue spear thing is, whatever it's called, the thing where you gotta like not let other people get hit, you say like, yeah, that. For instance, it would be like, okay, so there's a general area, so like you just go somewhere between blue and green, which is on the side, or purple and yellow, which is on the side, and then everyone who doesn't have it stays, you know, like front or back of the boss. So like you don't have like designated spots you're supposed to go with it, but just in a general area, and don't be on top of each other, and then there's always
So,
a safe zone.
for that idea, do you all mainly stack then during
3,
all other phases,
2,
or relatively stack in the same general area, and then once that is about to go out, everyone who doesn't have it moves?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. It's like ranged or loosely stacked.
That might make it so that we
loosely
have
stacked.
less duplications if everyone's in a relative same area, because then you can see who around you has it.
Yeah, that might have been the part that we were missing.
Well, next time!
You bet. If you would like to come back again, I did put a link to our community to Raid Chat. If you're having any trouble getting into the community, just let me know. I can try and send you like a direct link individually into the community page. Because sometimes the add-ons interact with that all weird. But if you join our community, we can chat across servers. There's also calendar events that we put up so that you can remember when the raids are, I guess.
Yeah, I just joined the community, so probably come on Saturday as well.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, I'll try to.
Yeah, it's not
Alright, guys.
like a super formal thing. Everybody just comes whenever they want.
That's absolutely fine. I don't have time to properly read half the time, so I usually just plug and learn that way.
Awesome.
Alright, well, I'll catch you guys later.
The Arbiter sees all truths.
what you're looking for.
The purpose reveals our way.
Got the best goods you're bound to find. Just don't ask too many questions. If there's nothing else, then... You'll find any other nicks and knacks, you bring it to me.
Shall we begin?
All you need for a price.
Were you followed? Eyes to the skies. Ray top! It takes stone to hold a heart of fire.